Hey, and I I absolutely love this. So Kat Terry is with me on the podcast today, and really cool because her and her husband JT and Brittany have a great branch in Oklahoma, Ardmore, Oklahoma, and it's right across or near the Texas border as well. And you're a part of what we're building here at the network at Success Mortgage Partners. So we get to work really closely together, but you built something that has made prospecting so much fun. And so I thought, you know what, Kat, let's share with others what we're doing and something that has made prospecting really fun. And so I want you first off, here's what I would tell you. It's been a game changer because people who maybe feel a little reluctant to make the calls or feel the rejection, or I'm making agent calls, or I hear that we even can you imagine this? If you get hung up on and somebody celebrates it and you're like, what? Well, how do you do that? You created bingo cards for prospecting, which is our daily success plan. So, first off, Kat, welcome to the podcast. So glad that you're here. Kat Terry, and tell the listeners just a little bit about you, a little bit about your story, how long you've been in the business, and then I want to get straight into what it is you're doing to make prospecting so much fun.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be a part of the network. It's been a game changer just joining the team.
Yeah,
So I've been a mortgage loan originator for about 10 years.
yeah.
January will make 11.
Wow.
And started at a bank and then worked for a direct lender and then moved to being a mortgage broker. And then now I'm back to being a direct lender. And
Love it.
so,
Yeah. So you've done a little bit of all of it.
yeah,
And
it's been
so
neat seeing the differences and all the different, you would think it's all the same, but it's not.
yeah. Well, we love having you here, and you're such a gift. I love, we always, it goes back to this. There's consumers and there's contributors, and you're always thinking of ways to make it fun or to contribute, or, hey, how can we make what we've got even better? And that's part of where I thought, let's just talk about these bingo cards because not only are they fun, but it's like, dude, what a great way to inspire you to prospect. So talk about them.
Well, we were doing your boot camp and I was having call reluctance and I was getting just kind of caught in the weeds of the files and not doing the prospecting that I needed to do. And so JT and we actually help with our youth group at church. And one of
Yeah.
their favorite Wednesday nights is when we don't like have to learn anything. We just do Bible or do bingo. And
Yeah.
so I was like, how can I bring the bingo game to work? The kids love it so much. And so I just pulled up and Googled bingo cards, because I've used different websites to make word searches before. And so I
Right.
thought there has to be a way to make a bingo card. And so I just threw up everything in the boxes that we needed to be focusing on and doing to bring some fun competition to the
Yeah.
office and get us motivated.
Well, and I love it, because where I saw it, so inside the network, we use a WhatsApp chat, which is amazing. And it was like our team is doing call stars together. We're making outbound calls together. There's even something I know Sarah and Barry and a bunch of them do what they call the 10th inning, which is like a second call stars in the day. And I saw the bingo card drop in, and it was like, who's going to win bingo today? And when I saw it, I was like, what? What do you, hold on, bingo? And I could watch the enthusiasm around the bingo. Look, let's all be candid. There's days you want to prospect, days you don't want to prospect, but the professionals move past the feelings and you just take action anyway. And what I love about this is we've got a group of committed loan officers and branch managers and professional salespeople that say, "Hey, we're doing the work, but you came up with a way to make it even more fun." Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you. Hey, if you want a copy, would you mind? I mean, would you mind if I shared a copy like with our listeners if somebody said they
No,
wanted to
not at
see it?
all.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Just say, hey, Kat Terry came up with the idea. So we'll give you all the credit for it. But if you want to know more, just send something at support@loanofficerleadership.com, support@loanofficerleadership.com. We'll send you a copy. We'll attach it, what Kat has created. But I love this because I was there and Sarah was like, I'm one away from hitting bingo. And I'm like, well, what do you want away from? And I genuinely think it was like, I got to get hung up on now. I got to get hung up on now. And I was like, what? What do you mean you got to get hung up on now? That makes it so much fun. But inside the squares, you've got like you get a square if you had a coffee meeting. You got a square if you took an application, a square if you asked for the business or if you did your Thursday pre-approved and looking calls. Um, Frank is helps us lead the network here, and Frank is helping the loan officers and branch managers here write magazine articles, which he's got a great deal. You know, he's doing some really neat things. But you've even got one here that says Frank's magazine. So, like, did you take
Hmm.
action where Frank said he'll help you do an article to get and promote to agents? So this is cool. So like talk a
Yeah.
little bit more about that. Like you've even got one. Did
Well,
you go to Breakfast Club in the morning?
yeah, and I threw it up in our WhatsApp chat and I just thought it's cheesy, people are just gonna laugh and just be something that they can laugh at me for. But then Sarah, who's such an inspiration to me, she
Yeah.
was excited about it. And when she got bingo, I was like, oh my gosh, Sarah actually took this and did the
Yes.
bingo game. Like that was so encouraging to me because I just look up to her so much. And I thought that is so cool.
Yeah. Well, and it's so fun because it creates this wave of energy. Like even there's one for Thor's hammer specifically that I
Hmm.
know has been developed as well. And it's did they say, hey, send me an email or you're the fourth lender that's called this week. So it's even on the objections. There's a bingo card that we've created that is now focused on all like when I'm making all my Thor's hammer calls, did I get enough of the objections to be able to hit bingo? And I'm like, well, this is so fun. So
Yeah,
just
my
a way to
card was
gamify.
more to get us through the boot camp and on a weekly
Yeah.
basis. But
Yeah.
then I love what Jen has done on the Thor's Hammer calls
Yeah.
because then that's on a daily basis and it makes your call time more fun because you kind of anticipate and you hope for the being hung up on because
Yes.
you want to get that square instead of dreading it.
I love well, and that's where it goes back to this. The only way to get over call reluctance, only way to get over some of that fear of prospecting, I believe, is two things. Number one, you just have to take action. The more action you take, the better you get, the easier it gets. And number two is you've got to change you've got to change your belief around prospecting. And for so many, if you walk into prospecting, you say, I hate making these calls. I hate calling agents. I can't stand. What'll happen is you create this limitation, like this anxiety that you'll feel, which creates a limitation in your hands and makes you powerless. Or you find a way to change your beliefs and say, look, objections are just part of it. Salespeople
Mhm.
sell, and that's neither neutral or, I mean, it's neither negative or positive, it's neutral. Great salespeople sell. So what I've got to do is make it enough fun to overcome the negative feeling and recognize, guess what? It's just a part of selling. And what I love about it is, hey, did I ask for the referral? Did I go to an open house? Did I do a realtor event? Did I do a podcast? Did I have green time? Did I do an MMA Facebook post? Like, and then when you get into the objections, it's like I'm focused on the right activity and it now, instead of feels negative, feels positive. It gives me the anticipation, which makes me powerful and gives me leverage. And it's just about mindset. And so, Kat, I just got to say, this is such a really cool thing that you've created and so much fun. I know that the Mortgage Marketing Animals and Call Stars has actually adopted it to make it fun in making the prospecting calls as well. And so I just wanted to honor you and say thank you for coming up with something really cool and being a part of the network and being a contributor And you and JT and Brittany, your whole crew, your branch is just doing a remarkable job. And so thank you for that. Hey, before we go, you got any thoughts or anything you wanted to share with our listeners?
I'm just thankful to be a part of the network. And I mean, I feel like the network has poured into us so much that it's just, I don't even know how to put it into words.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that refocusing on being on the call that full 2 hours of call stars and accomplishing that made more of a difference than focusing on each call. So it's not about when you get started, it's not about, how many coffee appointments did I get? Just focus on doing the activity and making the full 2 hours
Mm,
and, you know, just focus on the positive.
yeah. Hey, well, thank you for being here. Thank you for your contribution. And I love sharing the idea of gamifying prospecting. Two things. If you're listening today, you want a copy of it, shoot me an email, support at loanofficerleadership.com, support at loanofficerleadership.com. We'll send you a couple of copies. I know the team has kind of made multiple cards. That way it's really cool. We'll send you a couple, for example. And then also, you want to learn more about the network, what we're doing here at Success Mortgage Partners, book into a call. Go to resultswithsteve.com, resultswithsteve.com. Jump on a 15-minute call. Be happy to tell you more about the network and what we're doing here. So, Kat, thank you for a very cool idea around prospecting and how to make it fun. And you're such a great contributor and leader. So, thank you for your time, girl.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, everybody. See you.